So now you want to change something about your life or your whole life altogether. Why don't you use SMART goals to change it? That's spelled SMART. And I'm going to explain to you what that means. Companies like Meta or Google use SMART goals when they want to create a new tool, a new company, a new project, a new website, literally anything. They use these SMART goals, and I'm going to break it down to you. So it's SMART, and it breaks down to, and I'm going to use my cheat sheet, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. So I'm going to break those down step by step. But so this is what you're going to do to project manage, just like Google, Meta, all these successful companies. You're going to project manage changing your life. And it could be one little thing. It could be lose weight, build a business, write a book, move cities, whatever it is. Or it could be your whole life, which is what I'm working on. I want to do everything from physical to change where I live to change my career. So I'm vlogging about it now if you want to follow along. In the meantime, here's step 1 through 5, which is the SMART. Quick breakdown for each. All right, we're going to start with the S. Step 1 is the S, which stands for specific. When you're setting goals, no matter what they are, you need to be specific. You need to be specific with yourself. It allows you to be able to track them. It allows you to be able to set measurable steps and know when you're actually hitting your marks. So for example, if you want to say, I want to write a book in 6 months, that's very specific, right? It gives you time frame, and it says what the end goal is. It says, oh, when I'm successful, I'll know because there'll be a book written. You know, you can get more specific and say, I want it to be 200 pages or 500 pages, or I want it to be on this subject. All that's important for sure, but be specific when you set your goals. All right, the M for SMART is measurable. Now, there's overlapping in all of these, but measurable is saying, I want to lose 30 pounds. 30 pounds is measurable. Or I want to pay off $20,000 in debt. That is a measurable number and goal. I want to run, the New York City Marathon. That's, again, it's contained and measurable and specific. So make your goal measurable. You'll know you got there or that you're getting there because it's measurable. It has metrics. The other thing about measuring it, making it a measurable goal, is that it leaves little room for confusion. You don't want any gray area because the gray area is where things fall apart. Step 3 is attainable. You want your goal to be attainable. You don't want it to be too easy. I mean, easy goals are nice and all, but you're really trying to make a huge change for yourself, right? Whether it's get out of debt, change your career, whatever it is. So make it attainable, but still a big goal, still a little bit out of reach, but not so out of reach that it's not attainable. Dream big, but dream big that you can get to with pushing yourself. And if you dream too small, that's not going to really do you any favors, right? Dreaming too small won't do you any favors. Dreaming so big that it's unattainable. You could say, I want to be a billionaire in a year. And if you're not super rich right now, aiming for your first billion, it is unattainable. But you can go, I want to be a millionaire in a year. And then when you hit that mark, then set the next one and work your way there. Who says it's unattainable? I'm not going to tell you you can't be a billionaire, but set the attainable one now that is hard, but doable. One more note about this category is that you need to be able to have access to the tools to help you get you where you want to go. It could be the money, it could be the time, it could be the education, it could be who knows what you need to get to that goal. So if you don't currently have access to those tools or resources, then how are you going to get the access? So add that to your breakdown of your goals. Motto. Anyway, let's do the R now. It's step 4. The R is for relevant. Make your goal relevant to your life. You want your life to go in this direction. Don't follow goals that pull you off track. It's just like a business. If a business is trying to move in that direction, all the cats. If your business is trying to move in that direction, creating all these little side businesses or products will just pull resources away from the main goal and focus. And you should think about your life that way too. It doesn't mean that your goals can't be side quests like, I also want to be really good at the piano, or learn to break dance, or get good at tennis. Those things add value to your life. They raise the quality of your life, in which case, if that would make you happy, then that is an absolutely valuable goal. But just take a moment to assess if it is, and then if it's keeping you on track for the big picture. And lastly, step 5 is time bound. You can put it however you want, but it means basically set deadlines for yourself. I keep referencing 6 months because right now I'm recording this in July, so we've got 6 months till the year is up. That's kind of a nice deadline, but it could be whatever you want it to be, right? It makes it measurable. It lights a fire under you. It allows you to then break it down into actionable parts based on a measurable unit of time. So let's say if your goal is 6 months from now to pay off all your debt, then break it down into what would need to happen each month for 6 months in order to reach that goal. And then you could say what would need to happen every 2 weeks, or every week, or every day. And that's how you break it down into steps that are achievable and actionable and measurable, and you can think about and keep it on the forefront of your mind, because that's the way to really achieve a goal, is to kind of become obsessive about it. Let me know what you're working on. I'd love to hear what your goals are. I'm doing the overhaul of my life. I'm doing another video shortly where I'm going to break it down into parts, because life is sort of made up of like career, family, friends, personal. It's the third animal, by the way. Anyway, I'll break it down in another video, follow along, and I'm also going to share how I'm breaking it down into actionable steps and what I'm doing to get there. And I think it's helpful information if you're feeling stuck, or if somebody you know is feeling stuck. But let me know what your goals are. Let me know what steps you've done that have been successful, and what moves haven't been successful. And I'll do the same. All right, bye.